Hi everyone, welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday, January 21st, 2019. As you can see, I have three decks here. I have the Tarot of the Orishas, the Vice Versa Tarot, and the Fairies Oracle deck. And a couple of weeks ago, I did start reading with these, and I said I would do these on Monday, but then I started doing the face-to-face kind of readings because one of the people who enjoy these readings said that he felt more connected if I would have he would feel more connected if I had my face in the video. So I am going to be doing these cards, but as you're looking at this right now, go ahead and pick which deck you'd like to hear your reading from, and I will try to remember to link the timestamps in the description or somewhere in the comments, okay? I'm going to pause the video now and move the camera over so that I can do these videos face to face, okay? So again, we have the Tarot of the Orishas, the Vice Versa Tarot, and the Fairies Oracle. I am going to be reading from the books to help guide the reading and help me to understand it because I am still learning with these decks. They're all decks that I'm trying to learn. I pull one every day if I remember to do it, but otherwise I'm not aggressively learning these decks, so I will be using the books, okay? So give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and then I will see you in 2 shakes. Okay, everybody, like I said, this is a kind of different thing, so I will be reading from the book. I'm going to try to make this not so dull that you're just looking at my face reading. At the very least, I'm going to hold up the card as I read and see if I can make that work, all right? So, let's get started. Click the timestamps for whichever deck you're looking at. We are going to start with the Tarot of the Orishas. I do hope that you guys have had a lovely weekend. The full moon was a super blood moon last night. If you were in New York, you could probably look straight up and you might have seen it. It was like right in the middle of the sky. It was really beautiful, really red. I ran outside in my pajamas at around midnight to get a glimpse of it because from my apartment you can't really see it, and I really wanted to go and check that out, and it was just so beautiful. And I did a little ritual that just brought me to tears and like felt really good and really cleansing and really releasing. And I do hope that you guys are getting some of that releasing energy from this full moon. It's like a lot of stuff that has been building up, it's going to start exploding. It's going to start like coming out, and you are going to start feeling things on a deeper level than you may have been recently. All right, so hopefully everything goes well with you. It's been a little bit nervous, a little bit chaotic. I bit off all my nails the other day, like Saturday, just because the energy has been like really high, and that's a thing that it's a tick I have. But we're going to get started with the Tarot of the Orishas. If you are interested in the other readings, they will be back to normal Tuesday to Friday, but I am going to try to do this on Mondays like I said I would, and try to stick to that. If you guys catch me slipping, please let me know in the comments, okay? So, with this deck, the Tarot of the Orishas, I have a quartz crystal here, and the quartz crystal is really good for channeling energy, really good for clearing energy. If you have any kind of magical works that you're doing, anything that you need to put energy into specifically, then these are really great for charging with intention, for saying, okay, I would like to find more peace in my day-to-day activities. And you can charge a quartz crystal with that and then wear it or keep it in your pocket or anything like that. And that's just going to keep help you focus that energy and help you direct that energy so that it's more effective for you, okay? So quartz crystal is just really great for enhancing any kind of energies that you're trying to enhance, really great for focusing that energy, and just kind of helping you to find clarity in whatever it is you're trying to do, okay? So let's see what message you'll have today for Monday, January 21st, 2019, from the Tarot of the Orishas. What is your message today for January 21st, Monday, 2019, from the Tarot of the Orishas? you have Yamanya. Okay, so this card speaks to me of using your intuition. It speaks to me of being very in touch with your feminine side, with your emotional side, and to don't be blinded by vanity, don't be blinded by ego, don't be blinded by the need to look a certain way or behave a certain way or fit into a certain box, because the energy of Yamanya is very alive, very expansive, very changeable. You know, it's very much like, I won't be trapped in your on your land. I won't be trapped in your belief system. Okay, I have my own spirit, my own wild spirit, and I am free, and I am growing and expanding. And you know, just as this river is leaving the land, Yamanya is too big for the earth. And your energy today, I think this card is just a reminder, you know, that you are a divine being, a reminder that you are made of more than just your job, more than just rent, more than your relationships, more than your earthly life. That is all a part of you, absolutely, but you are so much more. You are a divine being, and this is a reminder to really get in touch with that divine inner self, and to really try to step away from the earthly sort of boundaries that we place on ourselves. Okay, so I'm gonna see what the book says about Yamanya, because as I said, this is a learning endeavor for me. But I made the mistake, you can decide if it's a mistake, of not, well, I guess it's not, like, I didn't know what card I would pull, so it's not like I could prepare the books, so I have to flip through them, but I found it. Here is Yamanya. The meaning of Yamanya: a respectable woman, an affectionate mother or motherhood, pregnancy and childbirth, marriage or engagement. A dignified figure, proud of her position and responsible for her duties and functions. Hypersensitivity to physical pain and sentimentality. This card governs the female erogenous zones and reproductive system, and is also related to the blood and urological systems. Wealth and material comfort. A person who enjoys honors, the good life, and luxuries, but without falling into frivolity, since he or she possesses highly developed social and humanitarian principles. A prosperous undertaking. If this card were badly influenced by other cards, which I'm not feeling that it is, today I'm feeling that this is a very positive message, but if it were, it can be interpreted as a loss of property and assets, some physical disturbance in the above-mentioned areas of the body, bankruptcy or closing down of a firm, irritability of somebody higher up than ourselves to whom we should apologize, since the reason for his irritation is justified, divorce or separation. The message with this card is, soft is stronger than hard, water is stronger than the rock, love is stronger than violence. Okay, so that is your message from the Tarot of the Orishas. As I learn this deck, I do want to spend more time doing full-on readings with each deck and just giving you a little bit more variety on the channel, but I'm not the fastest learner. I like to take my time to gather this kind of information, so please bear with me. The next deck that we're going to do is the Vice Versa Tarot, okay? With this deck, I have the Amethyst stone. Amethyst is one of my favorite stones. It is a wonderful stone for dealing with nightmares, for dream recollection, opening and balancing your crown chakra, which I'm in my head. I shouldn't have had to think that so hard about that. But this is one of my favorite stones to sleep with. I keep it in my pillow pretty much every night. I do cleanse it like once a week, but I try to keep it under my pillow so that whenever I sleep, I am brought pleasant dreams. My crown chakra is continually being healed and cleansed, and it's just one of the prettiest stones ever. So if you are feeling like you are having some issues with your sleep, if you're not sleeping well, if you are having bad dreams, if you're having trouble recollecting your dreams and you would like to, then sticking this under your pillow is a wonderful option for you, okay? So let's see what message you have from the Vice Versa Tarot. What is your message from the Vice Versa Tarot? And I love this deck so much. I first saw it on Consciousness Evolution Journey's channel on YouTube. She is my favorite tarot reader on YouTube. She's just always really in sync. She's brilliant. She's puts out so much work and she puts so much passion into her readings. And like, even my partner who doesn't believe in tarot and doesn't believe in like pretty much anything, he will listen to her and just be like, dang, like she's spot on, because she's amazing, she's wonderful. So if you are interested in other readings, Consciousness Evolution Journey is one that I definitely recommend, and that is where I first saw this Vice Versa Tarot deck, and I love it. So what is your message from the Vice Versa Tarot deck? Ooh, so a whole bunch of cards just like jumped out, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick one from this deck. I mean, from this stack of cards that just fell out of my hand, and see what is your message for January 2019, 21st, Monday. What is your message for this day, January 21st, 2019, Monday, from the Vice Versa Tarot deck? You have the Knight of Cups in this position, okay? This position speaks to your internal feelings. It speaks to your, again, I'm feeling this has to do with emotions, but especially having that amethyst card here, it might have to do with your dreams. It might have something to do with you have some goals that you're trying to achieve that are really important to you, and you're looking off into the future and trying to achieve those dreams and wanting to like have the truth revealed to you. Literally, like on a literal sense, your dreams, as you sleep, what happens in your head, they are sending you messages. They're trying to guide you towards your highest self, towards whatever it is that you need to know and you need to understand. You're going to find the answers, I think, in your dreams as you sleep. But let's see what the book says about that. Again, sorry, I just went back and looked at today's video, and the Knight of Cups was somehow cut off. I think my camera app suddenly paused it, or I accidentally pressed pause, whatever it was. The Knight of Cups reading was cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and read that again. It represents your inner self. And like I did say in the reading, I do believe that this has to do with your dreams and how they're going to guide you so that you can know what you need to do, so that you know what kind of path you're supposed to be on, and so that you are more equipped to follow your awake dreams. Okay, so with the message here, the knight's armor shines in starlight, which glimmers upon the water that surrounds him. His chalice is lifted in offering and tribute to the constellation Orion. A crab has climbed from the tide pool onto a rock. The shadow side of the Knight of Chalices is found in his affinity with Orion the hunter. Like Orion, he needs the chase, or more precisely, the quest. He is the Grail Knight, whose quest defines his own worthiness to be loved. The crab provides a little warning. Don't drop all your defenses until you see which way the tide is flowing. All right, that is the Knights. Thank you again, and go ahead and click for the next reading. Okay, I am back. So much for doing something a little bit different. Obviously, it's not going to play out perfectly because this is a little bit different than the usual, and the way that I'm doing it means that there's a lot of transitioning, but thank you so much for bearing with me. I found your stone. It is the Bloodstone. This is also one of my favorite stones. It's probably one of the first stones I ever bought after crystal quartz and amethyst, so not this particular stone, but the type of stone. And hi kitty. This is a wonderful stone for helping you build courage, helping you feel more strength in your choices, helping you feel more grounded in your beliefs and in your choices. And especially if you've been feeling ill or weak, physically out of sorts, then this is a great stone to carry with you. It will kind of put some heat in your blood and help revitalize you. It was once called the warrior stone because warriors used to carry it out, and it was it was crushed to staunch bleeding, so the powder was used for actual physical healing, and it's amazing for emotional healing and spiritual healing, and is also a wonderful stone to hold on to, like I said, if you're feeling physically out of sorts, okay? So let's see what your message is today from the Fairies Oracle. What is your guiding message for today, for whoever this reading is meant for January 21st, 2019, from the Fairies Oracle? What is your guiding message on this day? You have the Singer of Courage. That's so funny. See, these stones and, like, you guys, I am not the one doing this. This is from someone else. This is from somewhere else, and I love it, but I am just the messenger. But the Singer of Courage, obviously, it's telling you to be courageous. It's telling you to be brave. It's telling you to reach into that part of yourself that knows how to deal with whatever situation you're facing today. It knows how to be strong and push through whatever pain you're dealing with today, okay? So let's see what the book says about the Singer of Courage. Isn't that funny, though? Because, you know, you got the Bloodstone, and then you got this, both signs of courage. The way I choose the stones for each deck is I just kind of shake them up and then drop one on each deck. So that's just kind of how that played out, and I love it. It's great. Of course, it means bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. Most people have decided by the age of 3 or 4 what they must do in order to survive. From this decision, this belief about how the world is, most of our fears and self-limitations grow. Have we the courage to discover and break through these limiting beliefs, awaken to greater possibilities, and go for our objectives? We need to transcend our fears and accept the gift of courage. If you are dealing with some struggles, if you're challenged by that, then one of the message is, when the song of courage has grown faint and we feel overcome by fear and self-doubt, the questions we need to ask ourselves begin with, what am I really afraid of? Quite often, deep soul-searching enables us to discover that our true fears are hidden behind our false fears. It is impossible to face false fears because they are merely shapeshifters and shadows without substance, continually changing form. Facing a real fear is much easier because it doesn't keep changing the rules and moving the goalposts. The question then becomes, what can I do to open my heart to courage so when I feel fear, I can follow through on what I want and need to do? As an Oracle Group member wisely suggests, another question to ask is, what else is present? She notes, when any fear of any kind arises in the mind, more space is allowed in the heart if one acknowledges the fear there, while at the same time looking for whatever else besides the fear is also there. Thus, one neither ignores nor gives too much focus to the fear itself, and more space opens up within which the fear can be explored and liberated. Okay, so if you are facing some sort of fear, this is just a reminder that that is probably the result of some other thought, some voice in your head, and you are able to face it, but you do need to have an open heart, have that courage. Like I said, if you are feeling troubled, if you're feeling physically weak, if you're feeling afraid of something, if you're feeling worried about pursuing something, grab yourself some bloodstone, hold that on you, keep that with you for like a week, 30 days, however long you need it, to help build that courage back up in you so that you can pursue what needs to be pursued, so that you can do what you need to do to be your most authentic, healthy, and happy self, okay? Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for bearing with me with all the pauses and the kind of weirdness and the reading. I appreciate this. I'm going to try to do this every Monday. It's going to get smoother and smoother the more we do it. So I'm looking forward to that. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Remember always that I love you. Bye.